Hello, everyone. I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Elden Ring. Um, Last we left off, we officially finished up the Shadow Keep. Yep. We went through the Specimen Storehouse's, quote, main route, which took us all the way up to the Messmer boss fight. Yep. Because you need to beat Messmer in order to get his kindling, in order to get to the final legacy dungeon of the DLC. But anyway, but on our way to Messmer, we found the exit to the Rauer ruins, which we did follow at least until we got to the next grace, which was just at the entrance to the bridge that made our way actually into the ruins. But we didn't actually go there yet. I just tagged the grace, then I went back. But down there was a bunch of living jar innards. It was almost like a little hospital caretaking kind of place. I have no clue what it's there for. I was assuming it was like a little caretaking facility. Caretaker facility of some sort. That's my guess anyway. Well, down there we found our last hefty cracked pot. Sorry. So we do have 10 out of 10. So we're good on that. There's a cookbook or two down there. Yeah, that was it. And then we went back into the storehouse where we fought our way through some shadow militia, some shadow people, I would say fight, but we didn't actually fight the Fire Knights. We just kind of backstabbed them, juggled them, and then stabbed them. So they didn't really have a chance to fight back, which is probably the best way to deal with them. Because if you get them a chance to fight, they will combo you to death. They are just combo machines. They do not stop. So the best way to deal with them is just to sneak up on them and hopefully dispatch them quickly. So, and in the storehouse, we met Sir Ansbach, who had his nose to the books, trying to answer questions he had after being freed from Mikola's charm. We eventually found him the answers he was seeking, and I guess they weren't pleasant answers, because apparently Mikola's probably doing some sort of secret ritual up in the Shadow Towers that requires Mohg's body. So that's going to be fun. Foreshadow. We've picked up a Shadow Tree fragment, 2 revered spirit ashes. We also encountered Redmane Freya was also in there, again, putting her nose to the books, but not quite as patiently as Ansbach. But we did tell Ansbach about it, we did help him, and then he gave us a letter to give to Freya, which answered her questions, and in turn, she gave us a shield, which I probably won't be using because I don't really care for it. So now, both Ansbach and Freya their quest lines are practically done for us right now. The last thing for them is the Leda fight inside Inner Elm, so we won't be seeing them until then. Let's see, what else do we do? Yep, and then we found our way to Messmer himself. We had to get through his Fire Knight Captain Cood. I think that's how you pronounce it, Cood. And like the other Fire Knights, we just backstabbed him, juggled him, and stabbed him in the face. So, where we got his helmet and an Ash of War. Yep. And then we picked up another Shadow Tree fragment, which I think puts us to blessing level 15? Yeah, 15. So we were at blessing level 15 when we fought Metyr, which is a good place to be. Um, and then at the end of the last episode, we actually went into Messmer's arena and beat him up. I did summon Hornsent because that's how I like to do it. So now Hornsent's also practically done. The last step is as an invader in the Rao ruins. So we'll have to face him again. Yep, and that was it. Specimen Storehouse, picked up some stuff, talked to some people, beat up Messmer. Yep, that's it. And between episodes, I did buy Messmer's armor set, because it does become available once you beat him in the Round Table Hold. I did duplicate his Remembrance, and I got his Messmer's Orb incantation as well as his Great Spear. I knew I was going to get I knew I wanted his Orb, but his Spear, I'm not a big fan of, Great Spears and all that, but I wanted to give it a try. Because the R2 on this is a throw. So we can throw it. So it acts like any other Smith script weapon. In fact, I think the description of it even says it was reforged using the Shadow Realm techniques. Remade by the forging arts of the Realm of Shadow. So, Smith script, basically. So I got his armor, got his weapon, got his incantation, and then I just gathered some more crafting materials. I think I gathered some more... I'm trying to remember what I gathered. I got some red flesh mushrooms. In fact, I actually bought those. I also got some furnace visages. So if we go here, we can actually see I have 13 now instead of, I think, 5 when I started. Or 4 even then at that. But the only place, I won't say respawning, but the only place you can get furnace visages besides the furnace golems are the common Messmer soldiers at the base of the Shadow Keep. So if you're coming from the camp to the Shadow Keep's main entrance, off to the right, there's a group of Messmer common foot soldiers. That little group of 5 or 6, they can drop the furnace visage. It's not rare, but it's not common. I think I farmed them for maybe an hour, got it, maybe like 20 or so. Well, yeah, 20 or so. So I did make some hefty furnace pots. So if you want to make hefty furnace pots, furnaces are the common foot soldiers at the base of the Shadow Keep. So you just you want to go to the Shadow Keep main gate, take the elevator down, and they are in this area right here. And again, there's like 5 or 6 of them here, and each one of them can drop the visage. So if you want them, that's where they are. And I think I also leveled up once. I don't quite remember. I think I put 1 point into Arcane, if anything. Yeah. Yep. And I also leveled up Fire Knight Hilda to +9, and I also upgraded Ornus to +10, because we're going to be needing Ornus for a few fights. But just because he's a horned warrior that doesn't flinch for anything, that's why he's so good. And I think that's it. I sold some stuff I didn't want, but other than that, that was it. Yep. And today we are going to take on the Hinterlands. Oh yes, all of this. Yep. There's Tree Sentinel boss right here. It's actually 2 of them anyway. 2 Tree Sentinel bosses here. You got America's Village here. So the plan of action is to fight the Tree Sentinels, cross the bridge, do all this, There's a falling star beast here. There's a colossal fingers in here somewhere, I think. And this is the second finger ruins that Count Ymir wants us to investigate. So we'll go through all this. This is going to be a pain in the butt because there's lampreys everywhere. There's at least 2 of them will use that little pink magic that binds you into place, which causes the other ones in the area to kind of teleport to you and grab you. So there's 2 of them here, and they're kind of staggered on each other. You can't really deal with one without having aggro the other, which makes that really, really bothersome to deal with. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah. But we will do it. Hopefully this episode... Actually, we'll do this episode, so depending on how well we do the ruins will depend on how long this episode's going to be. But, yeah, so Tree Sentinels, Falling Star Beast, ruins, and then we'll backtrack to Marika's village right here. And then depending on how much time we have, we'll drop down and go back to Count Ymir, finish up his quest line, do another boss fight, and hopefully finish that up. But again, that depends on how quickly we go through the finger ruins. All right, and equipment for today, Spear of the Impaler, +9. I am going to give it a try. Depending on how I like it, I might change it out. In fact, I will change it out here just for the Tree Sentinel fights, because the Tree Sentinels are pretty resistant to fire, and this thing does mainly fire damage. Well, it's about 50-50, but it scales a bit heavier into fire. So we'll change this out just for the Tree Sentinel fights, and we'll come back to it. Bow, seal, Messmer shield, just because, Messmer. My Messmer get up really, I don't know, his chest piece doesn't go very low, so you have to find a good leg pieces to kind of go with it. But blue festive hood, Messmer's armor, Elden Lord's bracers, and Blythe's greaves. I think that looks pretty good. Yep. And the talismans are blue goat, just so we have at least 51 effective poise. Smith's grip talisman, because I do plan on throwing the spear a bit. Crusade insignia, hopefully to get the lampreys dealt with quickly. Blessed blue dew, just because it's awesome. Greenburst Heart Tier in the flask. Got fire coils. This will probably change out every now and then. Boiled crab and Fire Knight Hild to start. Spells are going to be the Fire Serpent, Giant's Flame Take Thee, Messmer's Orb, Aeonia Vow and Heal. Yeah, because we're going to be dealing with a lot of fire. Since we're going to be dealing with finger creepers and lampreys, I think fire damage is the way to go, especially against the finger creepers. Yep. Shadow Blessing 15 and Spear Dash 7. Getting near the top. All right. And I also have Rykard's Great Rune because it's just awesome for exploration anyway. All right. I think I rambled on long enough. I think so. We'll check that out later. All right. So first things first, we'll get to our... actually want Fire Knight Longsword, or Great Sword. Change this out. This is just for the Tree Sentinel fight coming up. In fact, I probably should have set it up to begin with. I don't know why I did that, but oh well. I honestly don't know. Charge attack, maybe? I don't know. Sure, why not? Not really gonna help. Then this is really gonna help. Sure, we go physical. I don't care. All right. I'll have to take care of the tree sentinels. Yes, I don't think there's anything up on these little hills. Although, there might be something up there, but I'll check it out later on our way back from the Finger Ruins. Alright, so we could summon if we want. These are tree sentinels, so I'm planning to parry them, but I haven't really fought them in a while, so I'm probably going to miss a few. In fact, you can actually summon for this fight if you really wanted to. There is a summon sign coming up. I think I just passed a effigy or summoning pool. I think it's up there somewhere. Oh well. Oh well. Should be right about here. There it is. Here's your summon sign if you really want to. Too soon. Bam, look at that damage. I don't think you can parry that one for some reason. What you gonna do? I don't think you can parry that one. Too soon. Ah. There it is. Alright. You don't get any... You don't think you get the runes till you kill the second tree sentinel over there. But this one will drop the Blessing of America. Alright. So we can still summon if we wanted to. It's Knight Yoran if we really wanted to, but... You know what? Nah, screw it. Let's go, Yulan. I don't care. The more the merrier, I say. Besides, these are tree sentinels. I mean, I'm just gonna try and parry them anyway, so might as well just make this fun. Alright, let's go. And you know what? Yeah, screw it. Come on, Hild. You can join the fun too. Alright. Gather up, you three. Let's go. Let's go, Tree Sentinel. Yes, he does have more health because of Yolan. Oops. Oh, he like, okay, someone knocked him out of his stun state then. That's the only problem. Yeah, I don't think you can parry that, because I've tried. Thank you, thank you. Not necessary, but I don't care. Yep. Blessing of America. I know, totally unnecessary, but you know what? I don't care. Having fun is all that matters. Alright, so let's get our stuff back. Although actually, 2 turtles probably going to be better. So I think I think throwing Messmer's spear causes a lot of stamina. But we're not in combat, so. Alright. Yeah. So she was one of 3 fights you could summon Yolan for. Yeah. One is the Ghost Flame Dragon, Cerulean Coast. One is Messmer, and the third one are the Tree Sentinels here. So again, I had to summon her at least once, I'd say. Alright. Grace discovered. Just restock on our flasks. Alright. So what's our plan of action? I think we'll go here, here, then up here, and then we'll go down. I like it. I like it. Okay. Right. I don't think there's much on these hills, if anything. Yeah. It's just going to be like wildlife. Ooh. A bunch of turtles. I mean, not turtles, dogs. These are dogs. You have 3 elder dogs. Yep. Alright. Yes. That's probably easier to... How did that not hit? I was going to say. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of those up here. So, those little fly things. Well, they call them great dragonflies. I don't quite remember what they call them. But there's a bunch of them up here. And there's some more. What are they called? Yeah. Okay, they call them dragonflies, even though they're nothing like dragonflies. There's probably a summoning pool down there as well, but some shadow sunflowers. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Cool. And so here's the tree. I can actually probably take a quick look if there's any summoning pools. Well, if there is, I don't see it, but. Yes. We have lampreys. Sleeping lampreys. As long as you don't mess with them, they will not wake up. But if you like attack one, then one next to it will probably wake up. So for now, we'll just let them sleep. No point in fighting them if we don't have to. Got some more dogs, some more sunflowers. Some more not dragonflies. gonna say. Nope. Texture rendering in. There's the next boss. Just didn't mean to do that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so there really isn't really anything up on these hills. Just these shadow sunflower, those little flies, some dogs. Alright, yeah, because I don't see anything else up here. Alright. Give us 47 souls, so. And they drop their little heads, which can be used for neutralizing boluses, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Nice. I wasn't sure I was going to hit it. Oh, okay, you moved. Never mind. Yep, we've seen that little hole before. Yep, there's one outside of Lindell and on Mount Gelmir. Yep, that's Falling Star Beasts. Nothing up here. Okay, I was just making sure. There's the spirit summon sign. All right. Okay, so we'll drink, summon, bow, eat a crab, and then drink a blue. Yeah, it's the Falling Star Beast, so mostly elemental is your best bet. They should charge from the get-go. Oop. Ah, a bit too late. I thought I got out of that. Okay. Come on, Hill. You're supposed to take aggro. I'm just playing around. But damn, that move gave us hyper armor for days. Like, he didn't knock us out of that for anything. Okay. I'll say enough playing around. Come on, Hild. Alright. Alright, let's go. Game face on. Oh. It's a longer charge up time than I thought. That still hit me? Wow. Oh. Alright, Hild. I thought you were going to be a bit better than that. How? Okay, what? I call shenanigans. Alright. I can never get that timing down. Okay, so you're going after him. Now you're going after me. Okay. Falling Star Beasts and Gravitational Missile. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those episodes where I should be taking it seriously, but I'm not taking it seriously, so... Yeah. So it's the final Falling Star Beast in the game, so... And the Gravitational Missile is a really good sorcery to have. If I remember right, you can actually launch it into the ground and it'll explode right away. So you can get the full damage and just like... Yeah, because normally if you launch it, it'll hover in place for, I think, a few seconds, where it kind of does like a little gravitational pull, pulling enemies towards it. And I think the third pull will cause it to explode. But if you aim it at the ground, it'll explode right away, so... Whole bunch of finger creepers. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Yeah. Should not have taken 2 tries, but I wasn't really trying anyway. Just trying to have fun. Because I know the ruins coming up, it's going to be a pain in the butt, and I'd rather knock it high strong before then. Alright. Finger creepers. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I'd rather not deal with them, but I do want to deal with them. I don't know. The little ones, not so bad. The bigger ones, the problem. They're on patrol. Okay. Alright. Actually, we want to go this way first. Okay. There's this little crevice in here with some finger creepers and I think some items back here. finger creepers. Oops. I meant to do this. Yes, with Messmer's Spear, you can throw it off horseback. And Torrent doesn't slow down like he would with a longbow. So my original plan is just to kind of, hit and run with the chucking spears at him. Just come in, chuck a spear, get out. And because of the fire aspect, they'll kind of do their little, put the fire out. So we have a bunch of little ones and a big one. Try to get the little ones if I can. Two of them. Will this reach? I don't think so. Just reach. Okay, not too bad. Alright, big one. Hop on torrents. Get our stamina back. Bam. That's the plan, anyway. If I can keep that up, we'll be okay. But print nostrums, which I think boosts mind, intelligence, faith, and arcane at the cost of gradual HP loss. I think it boosts it by 5 each stat, and I think the total HP loss is like 400 over 90 seconds or 60 seconds. Yeah. Secret medicines of those who attempt to turn their human bodies into fingers. Ingestion causes something to writhe within. Yeah, that probably explains why the lamprey things, I believe. Yep. It's said to have originated in the lightless dark far beyond, the home of the falling star beasts. Okay. Pearlescent scale, which is just crafting. Alright. Oh, look at all those finger creepers. Yes, this area of the DLC is probably the worst. Yeah, the Abyssal Woods suck, but this sucks more. Wow, what was that angle? Go. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah. Try to see if I can see anything down there so I don't have to go back there. I don't see anything. Okay. So I have a feeling those, with the nostril things, whatever they're called, nostrums, I think that's what causes the lamprey people. I think these were people who tried to become fingers, and it did not turn out so well. At least that's my That's what I think happened. But, okay. Just gonna let the conga line go away while I plan my next action. We'll check out what's over here and then we'll come across. Alright. No point in fighting all of them. I'd rather not. No thank you. Again, the little ones, not so bad. The big ones, the problem. Alright. Nothing up here, nothing up here. Probably just some more finger creepers down here. Yeah, just some more. Ooh, it's like frame drops there. Alright. No. Curiosity says there's something up there, so I'm gonna go check. Even though I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything from the cliff above. Keep an eye out. You never know when something's going to drop in on you or come up from below. Alright. Yeah, nothing. I should have known. Okay, let's just get out of here. Alright, so let's go down this way and we'll go this way. So I have a feeling the finger ruins, like the other one's going to be mostly empty, except for enemies, you know, finger creepers in the ground and all that. So avoid fighting where we can, because I'd rather not fight every single finger creeper down here. Because there are a lot of them. A lot. That looks like it's gonna hurt. Getting into the fog. Let's let them sleep. As long as we don't have to fight them, let's leave them alone. Let's check this out. Really? You're not gonna reach, huh? If you want to come down this way, that's fine by me. Alright, I'll just deal with you. think the thrust on the Messmer spear has a hard time hitting these low enemies. We're actually gonna put this on. Kill you? Yes, good. Good. Alright. Yes, this is a big gaping hole. We will go down into it, but just not right this second. Alright. Let's head this way. Really wanted to come up here. And Messmer spear, the uncharged throw only does like 5 stance damage. Charging it only does 8. So it's like, really? I know it's a balancing thing they did, but it's like, it's still kind of annoying. Let them sleep. I don't want to avoid fighting where we can. So the big hole was right in here, I think. Let's put it. Is there anything up here? I don't think so. Ooh, spooked me. The little guys are getting in on the little attack from the ground. Alright. It's just checking. So nothing up here. Except finger creepers. Okie dokie. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot of running around, taking stopping every now and then, looking at surroundings. Okay. Yes, I know about this. The 2 fingers gesture. Where is it? We have become the 2 fingers with a stub. I don't think it does anything, it's just there. I mean, yeah, we are right here. It looks like there's a Yeah, about there. Looks like there's a remembrance duplication coffin. Alright. First target is the big guy. Broken rune. Yep. Remembrance duplication. You can duplicate into your remembrance. So. That's the third one in the DLC. There's one by the Cathedral of Metyr in the back. There's one at the other Finger Ruins in the Cerulean Coast, and then there's this one. So we have 3 duplications. All right. I think we're... Anything else up here? Don't quite remember. Oh. You guys. Two giant finger creepers. Let's not aggro them. Take care of this guy. Peace out. Actually, there's a third one. Jeez. Yeah. Again, let's avoid fights where we can. I'd rather not fight everything down here, because that's actually quite a lot of them down here. Okay, so here's the giant hole. Alright, so we actually want to go over here. Actually, torrent's probably easier. We'll drop down into the hole. Alright. Yep, there is an item down there. That is a spirit ash. We are going to jump down, and we're going straight for the exit. We're not going to pick up the item. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to drop down to the exit. And you'll see why. All right. All right, Torrent. Don't fail me now. Yeah. That's why. But if you get about here, he can't really hit you from here. That might be the only real attack it has to get you here. See if I can get back here. Oh! Got us. Clipped us. I'm trying to get it to rot, but I'm trying to get to play nice. Come on. Attack. Let's go. I know you want to. Oh, too soon. I'm trying to... This. Ah, stop backing away. Did we get him? Yes, we did. Okay. Alright. As long as we got rot going, we're good. can't really lock on from down here. Yeah. So aiming is going to be kind of tricky. I think that might kill him if we just leave him be. Okay, he's dead. Alright. Just easiest to trigger him, get into this little tunnel here, and just fight him from there. You get the Finger Creeper Ashes. They're more of a support ash, because it does have like a little heal spell that that'll heal you if you're nearby. So don't use them as don't use them as an offensive ash. Use them as a support ash, and you should be okay. All right. We are now about to enter the actual Finger Ruins. Alright, so the fun part's about to happen. And by fun, I mean not fun. Not at all. You want to fight? Yeah, I could fight. All right. Some spirit worms. Quite a number of you over here. Wonder if something's here when we come back at night. I'll have to check. All right. Yeah. Because now we're going to have to fight some lampreys. Oh boy. So hopefully we can alpha strike them with the Giant's Flame Take Thee, but not too confident on that happening. Now that I think about it, I probably should have gone Flame Grant Me Strength. I probably should have equipped that. Okay, that actually worked. Whew. I was afraid one of them was going to get away. It's going to be kind of tricky at that point. All right, here comes the fun part. All right, let's just bite the bullet and get this over with. Actually, can I use... Maybe we can use Assassin's Gambit to at least, sneak up on some of these. At least take care of this little cluster. X. Kills you in one shot. Again, we're trying not to aggro things if we can. But we need to be pick and choose our fights. As I immediately get this guy's attention. Skirt the outskirt. Okay, so we can. Should we summon? I don't know. Alright, so there's. As you saw, there's the pink ones. And then in here there are 2 black ones. Those 2 black ones are the ones that throw out those little paralysis orbs from long range. So we need to either get some sort of structure between us and them to block the shot and take care of the pink ones one by one. It's actually probably the better idea because I think the black ones are staggered in such a way if you try to go for the first one, the second one behind it's going to start throwing its little orbs at you too. Okay, not quite sure where it's at. I know it's somewhere in here. Alright, so we'll leave you guys alone. I'm crouching just so we keep our stealth up a bit. Because the goal is right over there. That's the goal. Is that him up there? That can't be him. Hold on, I just want to... I need to see to make sure. Well, that'll be. That's one of them. That's him. At least I think that's him. Okay. If we try to go... Oh, I think the other one's right there. We are going to avoid combat as much as we can. You don't see me, you don't see me. Yeah, you don't see me. I got Assassin's Gambit and it's nighttime, which I believe actually nighttime reduces their aggro range a bit. Or makes it hard to aggro onto us. Alright. Sneaky, sneaky. Yes. Pretty sure the only thing down here are these lampreys and crafting items. There's nothing else down here. I mean, I'll make sure, but... Well, I'll check on my own time just to make sure, because this episode's going on pretty long as it is. Okay. We're at the target. Sound the hanging bell. Cerulean Sea +1. Yep, restores more FP per flask use. I think it's like 30%. So it's a straight upgrade from the one from the base game. Oh, come on. Thank you. There's some more pink ones. There's another group over there. I don't think you can get behind the wall, but maybe we'll try. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, you can't get behind it. Okay. Okie dokie. I think I've stayed long enough. So I will double check to make sure there's nothing in here. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else down here. Just more, a ton of those guys and some random crafting items, crafting materials. So yeah, I don't want to stay down here, so we're leaving. We are not staying. All right, let's go back over here. Oh, God, I hate the finger ruins so much. I just hate them. Mainly because of the black ones that spew out those little pink paralyzing orbs. Ugh, those things suck. Alright, so now we're back here. I'm actually going to check out this little hill, and then we'll go up to America's little village. Yep. I hate, yeah. The lamprey is probably definitely among the top 3 worst enemies in all of Elden Ring. Tanky bear. Yeah, you saw the throw damage drop off is steep, so. Well. Okay, I was not expecting, you know, a big herd of them. That's a lot of rams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There we go. Man. Okay, there's a ton of sheep up here. It's like some lesser red bears. Oh, what's that? Horn-strewn excrements. Okay. Some crafting items. Crafting materials. Not items, materials. There's probably some blessed bone shards around here. Probably more so once you get towards her village. Ooh. Ow. Okay. Yeah, these bears are tanky. Very tanky for bears. Did I break you? For a moment. Okay, so I broke him for a moment. Alright, so I guess there's nothing up here also. Well, nothing of importance anyway. Oops. More lesser bears. Decent number of shadow sunflowers. Bear, I don't want to fight, but I will if we must. Okay. So let's head back down. So nothing up here except for a bunch of sheep and a bunch of bears. And some shadow sunflowers. And some other random crafting items, crafting materials. Alright. So where is the summoning monuments? Oh, here it is. Walk right by it. Summoning pool. Alright, so let's go to Marika's village. So there is an incantation up there. And a talisman. Okay. Yeah, this is where that one tree sentinel was kind of jump out at you. Okay. So let's go this way first. Bunch of flowers. Reminds me of the festive items. Oh, blessed bone shards. Right there. Which means there's probably some more scattered about here. But yeah, as my train of thought was, the flowers up here remind me of the little festive, the festive grease, with all its flowers kind of baked in. And the festive hood I have on, all the flowers. I saw it. Oh, here it is. Yep. 4 blessed bone shards. There's another one. Pretty well hidden amongst the flowers. Okay. And there's the entrance to the village, right here. Okay. I thought I heard something, but I guess it's the wind. The Shaman Village. Yep. America's home. Minor Erdtree incantation. Yep. Marika bathed the village of her home in gold, knowing full well that there was no one to heal. I guess they're all gone then. All became jar innards or sacrifices. Back to the birth of the Erdtree. Those with summoner, this young, diminutive finger creeper eagerly restores HP. They're ever so fond of their mothers at this tender age. Yeah. But America's home. Yeah. Bathed in gold, full of wildflowers and crumbling ruins. Golden Braid. Boost holy damage negation. A braid of golden hair cut loose. Queen America's offering to the grandmother. What was her prayer, her wish, her confession? There was no one left to answer, and America never returned home again. To the grandmother. Yeah. Which is interesting. Her prayer, I don't know. Her wish, her prayer was probably for the souls to be lay at rest. Her wish was to seek vengeance, probably, against the Horn-Sent people for all the torment they put her people through. Her confession, probably she did evil things, be my guess. Yeah. This is probably the shaman grandmother, maybe. I don't know if that skull was there or if it just appeared. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was just there. Oh, mother. Yep. A solemn place. Alright. Yeah, I like how the music changed, that solemn, guitar strumming or instrumental. So we go past the village, down the cliff. This will actually lead us to the top of the wizard tower. Trying to find where the drop down is. Looks like it's right here. Get off Torn here for a moment, just so I don't accidentally. Okay. All right. We actually think we can just jump. All right. So just jump and slide off the edge. Okay. We did not need to do a sprinting jump. No. Yeah, we definitely overshot it. So yeah, I'm going to go back there. So I'll see you when I get over there. All right. Should we try that again? Actually, I think we could just run off. I don't think we even need to jump. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you don't need to jump, you just need to run off. And now we're at the very top of Rabbath's Rise. Examine puppets. Puppet of Anna. Yep. This is Knight Yolan's sister that Count Ymir mentioned earlier, or a few episodes ago. Excuse me. So she became a puppet. Was it her own will, or was it through someone's machinations? Possibly the first puppet? Here we have Spell Machinist's Bell Bearing. Again, with the fancy title that leaves so many questions unanswered. Yep. Bell bearing of Spell Machinist Rabbath. And with it we can get Rabbath's Great Bolts, which pair with his Rabbath's Cannon. Yep. So I'm guessing this was Spell Machinist Rabbath. Right here. And we could just drop down to the very top of the tower if we wanted to. So yeah, this is the only way to get up here, is through America's Village. Alright. So time. You know what? We'll continue on. I'd rather finish this up now. Yeah. Because I'd rather not have the last part of Ymir's quest line in a whole different episode. Okay. Alright, so since we rang the second bell, Count Ymir's quest line moved forward. Nope, I don't want that. I want Bluetooth. So now we come back here. We should he should have some more dialogue for us. Actually, we're going to check with Yolan first, see if she has anything new. So we did summon her, and we did find her puppet sister.
I told you once, I've no interest in companionship. But I must admit, Count Ymir did seem very pleased. Perhaps an exception is in order.
Well, wow, you're actually going to open up to me, huh?
Ymir is a shining star, in our eyes. The only star upon the black canvas of the night. Our meeting with the Count taught us of the star-draped sky. We know that we cannot reach out to touch it, but we can peer up at its brilliance and heed its guidance. We will never again lose our way in the night.
I like how she uses the words our and we. Like, it's her and Anna. So I think she might know that Anna is a puppet. Or that at least she's... Or either that or she's in denial and she kind of, still believes her sister is alive and all that.
I have spoken far too freely. Pay me no mind. Let us focus on our shared purpose. Our service to Count Ymir.
Okay, I think that's all you have to say.
Now, be on your way. Now.
Okay. I thought she would at least mention Anna, but I guess she already knows about her, or is in denial again. Alright, Count Ymir. We have rung the bell, blew the whistle, whatever the thing is.
Hello there. I heard another sound, colored by your essence. Simply exhilarating, I must say. The stars are dark tonight. But rest assured, this is no ill omen. On the contrary, I believe that this portends a magnificent starry cascade. Now, take this. My final gift to you. May you join the glimmering stars above.
Ruins map number 3. indicates a third and final hallowed ruin, distinct from these shown on the first two maps. May you join the glimmering stars above. Yep, and that's actually a map of the cathedral we're in. It's actually underground, I believe, if I remember right. All right, Ymir?
Oh, yes. I believe I can feel it brewing. This evening is a sign of a greater night to come.
All right. So he has all these sorceries we can buy, but I don't really care for it because I'm not doing sorcery. Fingernails. Ymir Child's Play, an echo of greater truth. Yep, the broken and discarded are fully willing to cling to fleeting simulacria, earning them some modicum of sympathy. Okay. Ask about the nature of the world. A really heavy topic.
Do you recall what I said? That Marika and the fingers that guided her were unsound from the start. Well, the truth lies deeper still. It is their mother who is damaged and unhinged. The fingers are but unripe children, victims in their own right. We all need a mother, do we not? A new mother. A true mother who will not give birth to further malady.
So, the root of it all was this supposed mother that's born corrupted children, and you want to replace her? Question mark, maybe? At least that's what I got out of it. Or at least replace her with another mother.
May you join the glimmering stars above.
May we join the glimmering stars above. Alright. Anna, do you have anything to say about Ymir?
No.
No, okay. Oh, I got a lot of runes. I'll use them to level up here and see what happens. Let's go arcane. Alright. So Ymir is gone. Yolan's still here.
No.
Alright, let's check the graveyard. Maybe he's out here. It's the only other place I can think of. Yep.
I failed you. Failed to birth you whole. But it won't be long now. I will soon be a mother. I will give you new life. I assure you. You will have life.
Please, will you allow the two of us this time alone? It isn't much to ask.
Nope.
Please, it isn't.
Okay. So I guess he's gonna be out here. Won't be long now. So I guess he does want to be the mother, which means someone's gonna have to remove the other mother. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Alright, so Ymir's still gone, Yolan's still over here. Okay. Before we do that, let's change up our spells real quick. I want Knight's Lightning Spear, Threads, Aeonia, go Bow, and Heal? Heal. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, wait. I need to adjust my flask real quick. Alright. Actually, now that I think about it, I need to change this out because we have to fight an NPC. Where is it? Sander, and let's put on our multi-hits. Bleed, actually. Okay. Yep. Once he moves out of his chair, we interact. And this is how you get down to the third finger ruins. It's actually right below. Took me a little bit to figure that out. I was looking all over looking all outside, look around the backside in the graveyard, thinking there was something entrance out there, but nope, it's under his chair. Ymir. There it is. In fact, actually right below us, down there, should actually be where Metyr, Mother of Fingers, should be down there. Finger Ruins of Ymir. Can't use torrents, so put that on. Well, actually, gonna change you out because we are gonna use Ornis for this coming fight. Alright. So there is an NPC invader, hence why I put on my NPC Be Gone get up. So hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a trouble, but you never know with NPCs. Should summon here in a moment. Took your sweet time getting over here. Sore Hand of Night Anna, the Cause of Knights. So Anna's actually alive, even though she's a puppet? So someone commanded her to guard this entrance. And I guess Yolan wouldn't come down here because she doesn't want to fight her sister. Actually, you know what? I actually want to go back up. I want to go back up, see if Yolan has anything to say, or Ymir have anything to say about that. I'm curious. Also give me a quick chance to... Actually, Bull Ghost's not going to help us in the next fight. Okay. Oh, Yolan, your sister was down there. Care to explain?
No.
Oh. Tell her you were attacked by Sore Hand of Night Underground. Okay, I did not know this had. I think I missed this one on my initial playthrough.
Stop. What did you just say? Wait, no. Say nothing. I have one star alone, and only his words will do.
Okay, so she did not know Anne was... Okay, that mystery just, popped up. I honestly did not know that was a dialogue thing. I just came up here to check out of curiosity's sake, and oh man. Does Ymir have anything to say about it? he's gone. Okay. Nope. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. He's not gone.
Please, will you? It isn't much to ask.
Okay, you have nothing. Okay, that's kind of surprising. Then who was giving Anna commands? If she was a puppet... Was it Ymir? No, it couldn't have been Ymir. Okay, I don't know.
I will say this much. I am in your debt, but I will hear no more. I have one star alone, and only his words will do.
Okay. I just want to see if this changes anything, because that's actually pretty interesting. So I guess she's now in disbelief, but holding firm to her loyalty to Count Ymir?
Be on your way. I will hear no more about this.
Okay.
Be on your... I will hear no...
Okay. And I just want to check Ymir real quick again. 'Cause I was not expecting, dialogue from Yolan, but I should have known.
Please, it isn't.
Okay. And again, it's a no fighting zone, so we can't fight them. Alright. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Was it the Count Ymir who commanded Anna, or was it Count Ymir who sent her to wherever or turned her into a puppet? Could have been the spell machinist Rabbath who turned Anna into a puppet? I don't know. I honestly don't. That is a good question. That is a good question. Alright, so here's the summoning pool in the Stake of America. Alright. We should be okay if we blow this on this. Sound the hanging bell. Guess should. Yep. Now we've been transported, presumably underneath the ruins. All right. So as long as you don't get too close, you won't aggro. So we can sit here and ready ourselves. Yep. So that is Metyr, the Mother of Fingers. She is pretty resistant to elemental damage. She has pretty good elemental resistances. I think they're all in like 30s to 40%. Her physical resistances, her physical negations are actually her weaker ones. I think she has a 0 to slash, hence why I have the katana. I think all the other ones are like 20%, but her elementals are like 40. So you are standing in water. This does count as water, so her lightning. So if you're going to do elemental, lightning's probably your better bet. She does have a weak point right there, right above her head. It's the little mass on her chest. I think it's 2 times multiplier. It's at least 1.5. It might be 2. So the plan is to attack that weak point as much as we can. Because I'm pretty sure she has 120 stance. Yeah, I think it's 120 stance. So the katana's unsheath R2, if we hit the weak points, should do about 45. So only like 2 or 3 will stance breaker. Yeah, she does do magic attacks, so hence why I have the Spell Drake Talisman. But actually don't need that anymore. Well, we probably, yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. We'll use it. So yeah. So the plan is to try to stay in front of her, because I think most of her avoidable attacks are from the front. If you get to the sides, her little finger legs kind of flail about, and you can die pretty quickly to that. So the goal is just to stay in front of her. She will transition to phase 2 about halfway, at which point she adds several magic attacks. In fact, I want to put on our Val the Indomitable. I'm hoping, because one of her most dangerous attacks is a laser beam attack. She'll kind of float in the air and spawn like huge laser beams that kind of sweep around the arena. One of them is, I'm pretty sure it's unavoidable. I'm pretty sure. There might be a way to avoid it if you run far enough away, but considering how massive the AoE is, you're probably going to get hit. So the plan to deal with that is to use the Val the Indomitable, but I'm not sure if it will last long enough for the beam to sweep past you. So we're probably still going to get smacked by it, to be honest. Well, and another honest thing, I'd rather not find out. I'd rather beat her down quickly enough so we don't have to deal with it. So yeah. So that's the plan. Just kind of stay in front of her, attack the weak point, stance break her when we can. She is susceptible to bleed, poison, rots. I'm pretty sure she can't be frostbit. If she can, she's pretty resistant to it, if I remember right. So the focus is stance breaks and bleeds with our katana. All right. All right. Shall we get this fight over with? All right, so we'll drink. Summon Ornis. We're using Ornis because he will not get knocked around. Pop off. Maybe we can rot her, but all right. You're probably gonna do like a little laser beam, or not, or that. Ah. Oop, too soon. Alright, Ornis. See if we can't get rot out on her. There we go. Yes, we rotted her. Okay. Phase 2. Oops. Can't get close. Who are you going after? Ornis. Cool. Stance break. Cool. Nope. Ah. Ooh. Ow. Ooh. All right. Remembrance. Mother of Fingers. Thank you, Ornis. Okay, a little scuffed, but we got the job done. Yeah. Okay, luckily we avoided any laser beams. I thought she was about to do it at the end there, but she summoned those little microcosms instead. So yeah, turned out about the way I expected. Getting hit by her little sweeping laser beam that has a slight delay to it. But all in all, excellent fight. Excellent fight. Although I did miss that riposte, which probably could have killed her. Yeah. Anyway. Yep. Summoned Ornis to distract while we inflicted Scarlet Rot. And I think it did a ton of damage on her too. I think the actual blasts and AoE did several thousand points of damage. Goddamn. But ooh, we can level up. Let's go arcane again. We're going to get 30 arcanes to plan. Yeah. So, we got lucky with that fight. Luckily, we did have to deal with her laser beam. Because that could have been really bad if she pulled that out. She can also summon smaller finger creepers. So, luckily, she didn't do that either. So, so yeah, we just katana, unsheathed, try to hit the weak point, and then use Ornus to kind of tank where you can. Because again, Ornus is a horned warrior, and they do not flinch for anything. He will stand there and take it like a man. Like the man he is. Definitely my top 5 Spirit Ashes. You got Rollo, Metyr for obvious reasons. Ornus, there's another horned warrior, which I don't think he's as good as Ornus, but there's another one. Actually, we probably could get it here later, but no. The other, like number 4, would probably be like Knight Elon and Anna. Yes, you can get Knight Elon as a Spirit Ash, but he won't do that this playthrough. Anyway. All right. Okay, actually, we're just going to finish up Count Ymir. All right. So that was Metyr. Easy peasy, a little scuffed, but got it done. That's all that matters. All right. We have one more boss fight to go. Actually, we're going to leave that. No, we'll do that. Slap on. Multi-hits. Bleed? Bleed. Yeah, that works. All right. We have one more boss fight to go before we close this episode out. It's actually another NPC invader and a NPC boss. Hence our NPC be gone, get up. Actually, it's let me use this. Yeah. No. Nope. I got a better idea. Rawr. You know what that means. Rawr. Okay. Although, no, we gotta keep our headgear. Okay. All right, let's go. We'll save our flask for later, but we're definitely going to do Golden Vow and Bloody Flesh. All right. So it's no longer a no combat zone. It's a combat zone now. So the chair is back in place. All right, so we'll actually vow here. Examine.
What have you done? You've wounded Count Ymir most irreparably, such that he wishes for your death, and I must attend to the Count's concern. Oh, my dear star, a fine mother, you will be.
My shining star, grant me a mother's strength. Look here, at my fingers. I will be the true mother. And I will be the only mother.
Oop.
To be your mother.
Count Ymir, his bell bearing, his staff, and his outfit. Rawr. Yeah, it's now a no combat zone again. That actually went a lot better than I anticipated. I did not. Night Yulon, we took her out in one full combo. That was wow. So yeah, our NPC Begone get up is begoning NPCs really well. Yeah. The question was Count Ymir, because he does like using Miriam's Vanish to kind of break lock on and just kind of zoom around the cathedral. So he was going to be the tricky part. But yeah, luckily our Aeonia kind of hit him like full blasts. So I think we rotted him too. I'm not sure he can be rotted, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if he could. And I also wouldn't be surprised if he couldn't. But yeah. And then we bear roared him in his face. Rawr. And then we finished him off with our waterfowl, you know. All right. Yep. So now he has bell bearing, so we can buy his spells if we want, and we have his get up and his staff, which I won't be using. All right. And then we have one. Actually, let me go out here. Is there anything out here? Oh, there is. So what's this? Cherishing Fingers. Okay. Oh, this is where you get it. I thought you got it from his bell bearing after you beat him. Nope. Beloved child taken before his time. The dear fingers looking after their mother, or perhaps that is merely what the mother wishes to believe. Yeah. Or maybe it's, you know, the fingers, you know, keeping their mother contained. Who knows? Yep, it creates little pillars of fingers that do physical damage to anything nearby, and also, as it says, you know, deflects projectiles. So it could be handy in some fights, but again, I don't do intelligence, so not for us. Yeah. Though Ymir instructed R'hllana in the sorceress arts, he abandoned his allegiance to the moon. It was merely the closest of the celestial bodies, nothing more. Circular design at the top represents the greater will and its lightless abyss, imparting increased intelligence and arcane to the wielder. I guess I'm guessing 3 arcane, 3 intelligence. Oh, just 1 and 1. Okay. Crystal ball represents representative of the microcosm would not receive any signs. Yeah. So the little crystal ball was there to kind of communicate with the cosmos, but nothing responded. Ouch. Golden embroidery decorates the purple cloth with a jeweled ruff that sparkles like a flower wet with dew. And Mother of Fingers. The mother of all 2 fingers and finger creepers was in turn a magnificently gleaming daughter of the greater will, and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. It was the first, but not the last. Yeah, because I think the Elden Beast came after her, I believe. Yeah, I think the greater will abandoned her and then sent its other envoy. Yeah. Great for the Smith script enabling strong attacks to launch all 3 claws at a target. Blades are only semi-corporeal and cannot be fully guarded against. These are claw weapons. Very, very good claw weapons, especially for us since it has a really good dex scaling. Both its physical and its magic scale off dex. So if we upgraded this, we could get some serious damage out of it. And the Astra War on it's pretty good too. It's like a big shotgun blast of claws. All right. So we have. Can we actually examine his chair again? I'm curious. Oh, we can. Okay. So has anything changed down here? Now we're in like inquisitive mode. I just exploring, seeing if anything's changed, because you know, never know. Never know. Okay. Okay, probably not. It probably just opens up in case you just ran past the invader, so you can fight her again if you want. Nothing's changed down here. What happens if we blow the whistle? It'll probably take us back to the Metyr's arena, but there's probably nothing down there. But I want to find out. My brain won't let me leave it alone. God damn, this episode's going on forever. Okay. Okay. All right, so nothing down here. Okay, just checking. Should have known, but I had to find out. All right, it's actually probably a good dueling arena if you could actually put down summon signs and whatnot. It's open, kind of flat. It's actually probably a good place. Okay. Back to the cathedral, because again, we have one last thing I want to do. Knight Yulan.
Count Ymir, the stars, the sky. I see them not.
And this is the other NPC we can give one of the irises to. Again, if you give her the Iris of Grace, you get her as a spirit summon, which you can then take to the Puppet of Anna to further enhance the summon. So instead of having just Yulan, you can summon both Yulan and Anna. And that spirit summon together is really good. So having two NPC-like summons with bleed weapons that, yeah, very powerful. But yeah. And if you give her the Iris of Occultation, you get her weapon, the Sword of Knights. Yeah. It's a katana class that has a pretty stylish Astra War. So I'm going to give her the Occultation because I want her weapon. I'd rather have her weapon than her Spirit Ash because we have some pretty good Spirit Ashes already. You got Rollo, you got Ornis, you got the Metyr in case we ever need them. So give me your weapon.
No light anywhere at all. This is the night I know. Our night.
Sword of Knights. So Lightless sky, lightless night. This is the night she knows. All right, Yolan. Yep, and we will be playing around with it, that's for sure. So I actually never used it just yet. The blade of the sword is only semi-corporeal and thus cannot be guarded against completely. Yeah, Black Death devours even the light that shines upon it. Yep. Oh, again, I can't fight in here. So, R1's pretty standard. The R2 is the alternate one. A quick, slash. Okay, like a double slash kind of thing. Oh, excuse me. So that'll be fun. And the Witching Hour. Charged and uncharged. Okay. That could be fun. All right. Yep. And Night Yolan is still over there. All right. And with that, I'm going to call this an episode. A really, really long one. Did not plan on taking on this long, but I figured it was going to be longer than usual, but not this crazy. But anyway, yep. That's an episode. We did the Hinterlands, all of the Hinterlands. Yep, the little... Yeah, we started here, took on the Tree Sentinels. No, not here. We started here, and then we took on the Tree Sentinels over here. The one with the torch and one with the shield. Crossed the bridge, explored this little area. Nothing up here really except for creatures and the giant dragonfly things. And then we came down here and fought a falling star beast, which I did not really... Okay, be honest, I didn't really take it seriously, but... I mean, it's a falling star beast. I mean, they're not that hard, but I just kind of... meh. So we did die to it. Probably didn't have to or could have avoided it, but... But we did come back, we did beat him the second time, and we did get the gravitational missile out of it. Pretty strong sorcery if you're going sorcerers, because again you can aim it you can free aim at the ground and it will explode immediately. So it's like a short range, AOE. So we took on the Falling Star Beast, and then we continued south. A whole bunch of finger creepers in this one little area, a whole bunch. So much so that I avoided as much fighting as I could, because I would just take in. So if I fought every single one of them, this probably would have gone on for like another hour. That's how many that's down there. So we did go through it. We found the two fingers emote gesture. We did find a cave that contained a colossal finger creeper. I think it's the third one in all of Elden Ring. Like there's two of them up in the mountaintops, but the third one in that little cave. So your best bet is just to drop down, activate them, and then run past them into that little tunnel. Because he can hit you if you're close enough, but you can't go through it. So just sit in the tunnel, pick him off with the range attacks, and he should be good. Although he does have a ton of health, so be prepared. I think it's like 20,000, give or take. It's a lot. Yep, and in there was the Finger Creeper Ashes, which are kind of like a support ash. You just summon them and kind of, use him as like a healing spot. So he'll follow you, he'll cast heal to heal you up. So he's actually, if you treat him as a support Ash, he's pretty good or pretty decent. So don't underestimate him. Yeah. So we continue down. I think after the Colossal Finger Creeper dropped us out over here, I believe. Yeah, because the hole's like right in here, and the cave's down here. So yeah, dropped us out over here. This is where we start encountering the lampreys, where we went this way. Kind of took the side path into the Finger Ruins. Yeah, because once we got out here, there's actually like 2 black lampreys. I believe they're like here and like here. Yeah, there's like 2 of them in there that shoot out the little pink paralysis spells. Yeah, those 2 alone will cause this whole area to be so frustrating to go through. But luckily, we came out at night and we used our Assassin's Gambit to kind of sneak past all like everything. Because to be honest, I don't think there's anything down here. The only thing worth grabbing are maybe crafting materials, but other than that, it's like lampreys and lampreys. So, well, the only thing I didn't really check was right here. Actually, I think there's a grace up here, I believe. All right. Well, I'll go check between episodes, but I'm pretty sure there's another grace over here somewhere. And there might be an item up here, but to be honest, I don't think there is. But I'll double check just to make sure. And if there is, I'll probably slap it in somewhere. This episode, next episode, who knows? So we did the Finger Ruins, sounded the bell whistle thing, got the Cerulean Seed +1 talisman, which I probably won't be using because the Cerulean Flask at the Cerulean Tears +12 is going to give us enough FP to fill up our FP bar with every sip. So I think it's like a 260-ish, I believe, it refills. So we need a bit more mind in order for it to be even considered. So yeah, rung the bell, got the talisman, and got the hell out. We went back up here, and then we went to Marika's village, or Shaman village, where we picked up the Minor Tree incantation, which is, to be honest, is pathetic. Pathetic for lack of better words. The major issue with it is it's a static. It's kind of like the warming stones. You throw it down and it heals. I think it heals in an area around it, and the issue with that is that the area it heals is pretty small. Melina will actually use a similar spell during the Morgoth fight, but hers is much better. It's much bigger, covers a much bigger area. But the ones we have, I think it does heal a good amount, but the area it's small. It just needs more area to cover for it to be practical. I'd rather have a long duration, low heal over time. Maybe a heal like a 5 per second over like 2 minutes and in a bigger area. Then it'd probably be worth something. But as it is right now, it's not going to be using it. The only time I use it is just for gimmicks, just cause. But so yeah, the Erdtree incantation, and then we picked up the Gold Braid Talisman, which is actually a piece of Marika's hair. And then after that, we went past to do the drop down into the top level of I think it's Rabbath's Tower, Rabbath's Rise. First attempt, we overshot and slid off the roof. So the second attempt, we just kind of sprinted off, and and then we landed. So you don't have to jump; you just have to run off. So that's good to know. And then at the top, we found the puppet of Knight Anna, Yolan's sister. She was a puppet. Who made her a puppet? Why? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. But and right below that, there was the Spell Machinist's Bell Bearing. The Bell Bearing of Rabbath. Spell Machinists. Very provocative title. Well, I don't say provocative, but there's definitely more to it than what FromSoft's letting on. They do this every game. There's like some item that has some person and with some interesting, very captivating title, and that's it. They don't say anything else about it. It's just he's mentioned one, maybe two items, and that's it. So, in Elden Ring's case, I think that's him. So we won't know more about him until FromSoft tells us. So, anyway, picked up his bell bearing, came back to the cathedral, did some talking to Yolan and Ymir. Ymir gave us another map. He went out to the graveyard. We went, activated his chair. We went down. We were invaded by Knight Anna. And then we came back up, talked to Yolan again, who was kind of in disbelief that she was even down there. I have a feeling Yolan believed that Anna was dead. I think like Ymir told her that Anna was dead. So I believe Ymir either turned her into a puppet or handed her over to someone who then turned her into a puppet. So I have a feeling that Ymir gave Anna to Rabbath, who turned her into a puppet. So yeah. Why she invades us down there, I don't know. But anyway, so we talked to Yolan about Anna. She's like in disbelief that she was down there. She was like, no, I only listen to Ymir. I'm not listening to you, blah, blah, blah. So we went back down, rang the bell whistle that was down there, and then we teleported to Metyr, the Mother of Finger, into her boss arena, where we quickly dispatched her, luckily in one go. That fight could get really messy really quickly, so luckily she didn't give us too much trouble. I did get smacked by some of her more delayed attacks, but yeah, I expected that. Delayed attacks will always get me. I don't know why. It's just the way the world works, I guess. But anyway, so yeah. Took care of her, got her remembrance, came back to the cathedral. Try to remember where we came back from. Yeah, so we came back here, went to activate Ymir's chair, got invaded by Yolan, took her out pretty quickly, and then Ymir showed up, and then we took him out pretty quickly. So we got Ymir's bell bearing, his staff, and his armor, well, his clothes, for lack of better words, but yep. And then we fast traveled back. We found Yolan over there, gave her the Iris of Occultation to get to her weapon, and that was it. Pretty quick rundown for 2 hours. So yeah. And then next episode, we will actually be going this way. We'll start here at the watering hole and make our way down. Oh yeah. We got all this to clear out next episode. All this. Hopefully we can do all this up to the catacombs that's right down here. Hopefully anyway. There shouldn't be too much. This will probably take a hot minute. There's a mausoleum down here. Well, there's like 1 furnace golem, 2 furnace golem, maybe 3 up here in this one little area. There's at least 2, maybe 3. So that's going to be fun to deal with. So, but once we deal with them, we'll make our way down. There is a mausoleum again over here. I think it's like right here, actually, right in this little area. There is a drop down section that's kind of complicated, kind of dangerous, so we might die to that. And this way leads to a village tucked in this little crevice. this little valley crevice thing. Yeah, so we'll do that as well. And there's 2 hippos in this little area right here. Actually, I think in this area here, to be more precise, 2 hippos. 2. So, and then we'll drop down to this little area where there should be an entrance to a catacomb right in here. And that'll probably be for the next episode. Yep. That little area down. And then after that, we'll go through the catacombs. And then after that, we'll take on the Abyssal Woods. Oh boy, Abyssal Woods, yeah. Yeah, not looking forward to it, nope. But that's the plan. That little lower section to the catacombs, and the catacombs down to the Abyssal Woods. So, but yeah, but that's going to be for another episode. So I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.